Don't come back here, pirate Pokemon Go. You're a piece of
Just for the video.
It, just for the clicks. Welcome to One-Two, and have we got a show for you? We've got a Christmas giveaway, including a chance to win a PS4 and FIFA. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Including going through your comments as well, and all of the weekend stuff. So here with me, you'll notice, is Ed McCambridge stepping in for Tom. Is he better looking?
That's for the housewife to decide.
Yeah, that is. Leave your comments below. But first, very quickly, we will look at the weekend. And to be honest, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Well, I want to talk about one game specifically, funnily enough. I want to talk about the mighty clash that was Manchester City and Tottenham.
Manchester City and Tottenham.
There's no point in me. In fact, there's no point in me talking about this. Tell me what you think.
The Guardiola steam train continues to go. They were fantastic. Tottenham deserved nothing, as much as it pains me to say. I think everything kind of went to form this weekend, with everyone winning who should be winning.
Yeah, but let's not get onto the others that won. We were on a subject I was quite happy with.
Oh God!
Absolute demolition. Absolute demolition. Pep Chino there, looking the suave as he always does, dispatching Spurs like they were nothing.
Yeah.
And Poch looked a little bit glum on the sidelines, Ed, didn't he?
It's getting worse. It's one of these things where, much like the Wembley curse, when everyone mentions our record against the top six, it just looks worse. It just rolls on.
Good, though. It was really good, wasn't it?
No, it was crap for like my whole life until about the last 4 or 5 years, where it starts got a bit better.
I remember Spurs battering Chelsea a few years ago, and then you had a little period where you started giving it.
Yeah.
And it's gone way off the boil now.
It needs to happen soon.
But Poch was actually saying after the game that he thinks it's like a lesson for the players.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said, like, sometimes, to listen to other teams celebrating in the other dressing room's good. No one from Tottenham lobbed any milk at anyone. It was all very chilled out. There was no...
It's only a good lesson if you learn from it. Otherwise, it's just a load of repeated mistakes.
Okay.
Wise words there. Remember it. So, enough about Spurs. I don't really talk about that.
Let's go to the red half. The better half.
We'll go to the. Oh, you're testing me this morning. We'll go to the red half with Sean Collins, who said, "Who do Arsenal need to sign in January or the summer?" I think we'll stick with January because I think there's a big focus on the ins and outs at Arsenal, especially with the contract stuff.
I think probably the biggest thing Arsenal need to worry about short term is replacing who's inevitably leaving.
Yeah.
Like Arsenal fans can rumble on. They got the striker they wanted in Lacazette. That was rumbling on for ages. It was getting pretty boring. They still need a good centre mid, but really, everyone knows they got 2 superstars heading for the exit door.
Yeah,
and they got to do something about that.
That's the issue. I mean, Thomas Lemar, I think they offered 90 million in August. You see them reigniting that?
Yeah.
Or...
Well,
he's done well.
Yeah, possibly, but I mean, I think most teams could handle maybe losing a player as good as either Ozil or Sanchez.
Right. But not
losing
both.
2 for basically nothing. I mean, that is a kick in the shorts Wenger's not had for a while yet, and it's just horrible to see, isn't it?
That has to be their January signing.
It has to. I mean, getting Lemar would be incredible. So that would be a real statement. Yeah. But I mean, does Lemar want to go there?
This is what I think the issue is actually.
Learn from the lessons of Sanchez and Ozil. Surely.
If you were a player and you turned up to Arsenal's training ground and Wenger said, "Oh, we're going to sign you." If it was me, one of my first questions will be, if I sign, will I get to play with Ozil and Sanchez?
Yeah, exactly.
And if Wenger says, no, they're leaving, it's not going to be as interesting.
Well, I'm fairly certain that was part of Lacazette's decision.
Yeah.
I mean, at least a little bit. He'd have thought, well, Sanchez, Ozil, there are megastars there. Yeah. I could be one of them. And they're both just leaving. How long will it be before you see the likes of... And I like Arsenal, so I'm not bashing them. And I'd love to see Wenger build another great team.
Yeah.
But he can't hang on to people for long enough. So I mean, in January they're not going to get that much money. So they're going to have to spend a fortune on someone like Lemar, or try and pluck out 2 gems. I know they've got this diamond eye Borussia Dortment scouts.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, but even so, that's for the future. It's not a January signing that's going to make a difference. So I don't know. I think they'd focus their attention on re-signings as opposed to signings.
That's a bit miserable, isn't it?
It's quite sad.
Yeah.
But there you go. Well, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
All the Arsenal fans out there.
Well, okay. Nishad Hegde aside, thank you for your comment. Will Arsenal spend more than any other top 6 club this winter? Well, probably not, but they might receive more, as we just discussed. But I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I mean, they can't go buying Lemar for 90 million in January. Surely they.
Oh, that's enough to spend more than most teams, not really.
Exactly. And exactly. I mean, Will they spend more? That depends a lot on what Mourinho is going to be doing. I don't see Pep spending an absolute fortune. The squad looks pretty well-stocked.
Absolutely.
Possibly Sanchez comes in, but as we've just said, that might not cost very much because obviously the whole contract situation. But
you think Mourinho will spend a lot?
I don't know if Mourinho will spend a lot, but I don't know if Wenger will spend a lot. But if Wenger does, I can see Mourinho doing it.
I think it's a question of who needs it and who will actually spend it. Because, I mean, effectively, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool should spend it because they're the furthest away from the top
they're the
three,
ones scrapping over
Champions
four.
League.
Exactly.
However, you know, these guys have got the money, so they could spend it regardless. I mean, Alexandro has been linked to Chelsea, and Lemar has as well, actually. So I think there's a lot of potential. It's one of those where it's a domino effect. If someone moves,
that's true. Yeah,
bam,
you always
there'll
see
be
this happen.
so
Yeah.
many.
If Lemar goes, then you know someone else might strengthen. Somebody else,
and then
might
they might let Ozil go to United. The first goes to United, then Mkhitaryan leave,
exactly.
and then Willian. I've heard been going to United as well. Rumours. So there's so many. It could snowball.
But I don't see. I don't definitely see it happening. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It might snowball, guys. There might be something in Wenger's Christmas stocking.
Yeah. Knock the stuffing right out of them. Yeah. We'll stop these now.
Quickly move on.
We'll move on to the next one from Suhas Bat, who has said, "Can you see Burnley in European competition?"
No.
That's your answer. I think it would be exciting, but
I think it would be cool. It's nothing to do with Burnley. Burnley are having a cracking season. They're like one of the surprise packages. Everyone loves Sean Dyche. He's an absolute legend, right? He's
the Ginger Mourinho.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, but let's face it. There's so much.
Yeah.
It's such a struggle for the places that are already there. And Burnley, they're doing great. They're flying high, but we might see them drop a little bit.
I'd say this weekend, Burnley host Spurs, and you beat them.
Not an easy game, that for Spurs, is it?
No, absolutely. And I'm genuinely quite nervous.
Yeah.
If Burnley beat them, we're 3 points ahead of Spurs, and it really shows their kind of resolve. I mean, Burnley have had very Burnley-esque wins, which has just been 1 or 2-0 at home to the lot lower sides, but it's got to be done.
But Sean Dyche has got that squad just absolutely drilled to get those 1 and 2-0 wins. He's not got any cracking strikes. Sam Vokes, they're all the same. Chris Wood, Sam Vokes, they just stick your head on it. Proper meat and gravy football. But he does it better than anyone.
They've lost Andre Gray, and they're doing a lot better as well. Yeah,
I like Burnley, and if Burnley get into the let's face it, top 4 might be a struggle. Top 6, maybe, probably not, but it'd be amazing. So big up Sean Dyche. Let's hope we see it, but who knows?
Incredible. I think it could work.
Maybe. Right, now we got PSV. I hope I said that right. Do you think Mane is getting a bit selfish and jealous with Salah? A little bit of African sibling rivalry sort of thing now. I think maybe he is. He was a big man last season, wasn't he? He was like the go-to guy. He was the pacey. Everyone was saying like Mane is this like force of nature. And Salah.
I think if they were in the same position, yes, but they're not. They play on different wings. They fit into the same team. It's not a case of, I don't know, 2 players battling it out for the number 10 spot.
But you have seen, I mean, maybe it's just a bad patch of form, who knows, but you have seen Salah's incredible sort of arrival, this massive bust of form, just coincide with a real dip for Mane.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, I guess if someone's playing so well, you're going to kind of give them the ball, you get more opportunities, and it really... Because someone's doing so well, like Salah, doesn't necessarily with the rest of the team, and no one's having a go at Firmino, are they?
No one's having a go at Firmino.
I know it's a different position, but
Firmino was never really... I mean, they're almost... I know they play on different wings, but they're very similar players. They're just like red-hot pace. The whole African thing's going to obviously make comparisons, but, you know, Salah's just playing so well. And Mane, possibly, I mean, he looks like a real team player, Mane, but I think maybe if you've been the superstar for a season, it might be a little bit like, who's this geezer?
Yeah, who's this
What's
guy?
happened here? I was the big dog. You know?
Yeah, no, I think it'll be fine. I think it
and
might
if it's
be...
not, Salah, mate, back your ideas up, mate. Because these are the sort of players you should be playing with, and you know, there's no need to be jealous. It's a team game, mate.
Team game.
Well, this isn't really Premier League, it's sort of half and half. But what about the Danny Rose, Jordi Alba swap? I'm going to ask you, what about that? Can you explain that?
I mean, this is the first I've heard of it.
That's a question from Aidesh Rayo, by the way. Thank you for sending that in, but you seem to know more about this than us.
Yeah, enlighten us with some more inside information. We've been asked for our predictions from Sayandit Banik, who says predictions for the quarterfinals, including obviously the PSG Madrid game. You've got Tottenham Juve in there, you've got Chelsea Barcelona, some huge ties.
Brilliant ties.
And who you think is going to win the Champions League?
Well, I did the Onefootball Champions League live draw, and
I was there as
you were there with me actually, so I forgot about that. He didn't put much.
Let's
of a
repeat ourselves.
But yeah, but when we were looking at it, we watched this draw come in, and we were really excited because the round of 16 isn't always guaranteed to throw out these big guns. You know, a lot of times you end up getting the group run and stuff, but because there are a few upsets in the earlier rounds, you've got things like Spurs and Juventus, and we were dead excited for that. Spurs, Spurs, Juventus. You know what? Back in Spurs and back in my boy here. I reckon that's gonna. I reckon Spurs.
You're more confident than I am. No, we got good chances. I reckon good chances.
You saw in the Champions League the way the Spurs played against Real Madrid. It helped Spurs out.
Suits European football, maybe.
I think so too. I think really ambitious young squad. Poch is a tactical genius. Let's see it happen.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that happen.
Like to think
What do you reckon about Real Madrid PSG then? That's the sort of main question from Saying Deep here. That's a tough one to call.
Oh, I mean, look at what they did to Bayern at home, PSG. But then look what happened to them when they went to Bayern. Yeah. So it's two sides of a coin, really. I can't look past Real Madrid for three wins in 4 years in Champions League, winning it. I can't look past them.
Well, I think there's two main things here. One is PSG's defence, or not their back four and goalkeeper, but the way they defend. It's not quite on the same level as the way they attack. Yeah. So that's going to play a big role. If players like Bale, Benzema and Ronaldo can start getting in behind PSG, they're going to hurt them. The other thing that I think makes a big difference is who wins the battle out of Neymar and Ronaldo. They're not head-to-head, obviously, but whoever... One of them
can turn it on for their team.
One of them will shine in both legs. That they are players at the top of their game. They never go hiding.
Yeah.
Whoever takes that tie by the scruff of the neck in a bigger way is going to win that. And I'm going to back Neymar because I think he is just the boy.
Are you going for the win in the whole thing? I'm sticking with Real Madrid again. I can't look past them.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll go PSG. The winner of this game wins the Champions League for us.
Wow. It's a big call.
Back one of us.
Big call.
So that's who you think's going to win that.
But we'll move on actually to more sort of Ronaldo talk.
Okay.
Considering as there he is with his third Club World Cup.
What a man!
For Real Madrid.
What a man!
What a guy! Scoring the winner in the final. We'll get better than that.
Legend.
We've got a comment here. It's BBSSW. Maybe it's initials. You can enlighten us what that means.
BBSSW. Welcome.
Could be a secret code. Saying if you combine Barcelona and Real Madrid, who would be in your starting 11? Now this sounds like a completely entire video altogether. Yeah. So I think we'll go for the big names, the real money makers up top. A combined front three of Barca and Real Madrid. And I'm putting my neck out there first. Putting Cristiano.
Well, if you're putting Ronnie in there, then Messi can't go in because that makes me want to vomit a little bit. That can't happen. We can't have both.
Is it too much?
Oh, I can't see him in the same. Well, it would be amazing, but there's just something a bit weird. It makes me feel a bit odd. They can't join forces.
Can you imagine? That's something out of a DC comic.
They'd rule the world. No, I'm not having it. They're always enemies. Best of enemies.
Yeah. Maybe we'll keep them on either wings, a separate kind of.
I can't have it, mate.
Salamane thing.
I can't have it. It would be like one of them would go off the boil. Can you imagine Ronaldo just... No, exactly. Can you imagine him feeding Messi in? You take the glory? No chance. One or the other.
One or the other. This debate could go on forever. You know what? Let's leave both of them out.
Alright, that's a good idea. We'll leave them both out.
Let's leave both of them out and we'll go for... Suarez, you put him in?
Definitely Suarez. Well, Suarez through the middle. I'll take him over Benzema.
Yeah,
and then we're sort of picking wingers. Dembele, I think we're going to have to leave Dembele out.
Because of the injury.
Because we haven't seen him, which is a real shame because he's absolutely lit up the Bundesliga last season. Brilliant young player.
About the likes of Isco, Asensio.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Bale. It's tough, isn't it?
Without putting them in,
we've already left Messi out now.
You know what?
What are we doing?
We'll put Ronaldo / Messi on one. One of them can play at one time. Okay. Maybe they can do a half each.
All right, then I'll take Isco because I love him.
Yeah,
I love Isco.
Isco, we're saying Isco and
Suarez and Moraldo, whatever he's called. Resi.
Some sort of fan fiction there.
Some sort of hybrid. Yeah.
Right, we'll stick them together. You get three for the price of one.
Jim's quality front line. Tactical geniuses here. If there's any clubs out there looking for a double act to run the team, we're your boys.
Who's a double act on the sideline?
We could be like, no, it's a bit old school actually. Leave it. Don't worry about it. No, don't hire us. We don't know what we're talking about.
Right, so that's all from us this week. But as mentioned before, we do have the Christmas giveaway. So we've got a fair few gifts on the list. You can either win one of three presents. We've got a copy of FIFA 18 and a PS4, which you could potentially win. A Premier League shirt of your choice. and, as modelled by Ed, a lovely Onefootball, was it a baseball jacket?
I don't know, but I like it.
It's nice, it's comfy, it's
cracking,
really
isn't it?
warm inside, absolutely. So guys, you're in with a chance to win one of those 3 gifts. All you have to do is hashtag One-Two in the comments below and let us know what kind of content you'd love to see moving into the new year. We can have debates, we can have top 10s, we can have top 5 lists of players, we can have whatever you guys want to see. Let us know down below and we'll be picking a winner by Friday 9 AM. That's Central European time. And yeah, best of luck. That's all from us this week. So we'll see you next week. We'll be picking a winner on the show.
Cheers, guys.
See you later.
Lord, I can see the scars on my hand.